I am the God harmony. I am the harmony of God from the great central sun. O magnificent one, thou fire of creation, let the rings of the holy mind of God expand, expand and expand, and include all in the consciousness of the flaming presence. I am the awareness of perfection, the alchemical composition of every atom in creation. I penetrate all life. I am everywhere God is. I am the full manifestation of His cosmic consciousness. Within my body are worlds, universes, galaxies, evolutions in the state of becoming, and those who have become one with God. The harmony which I ensoul challenges the discord of men, contains it within its own force field of self-defeatism until it is no more. I am the expansion of the great central sun magnet and its force field, above and below, in the planes of spirit and matter. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever God is, there I am. I focalize the consciousness of the 144,000 virtues, the 12 rays of the solar hierarchies. I am the harmony of life, and I bring to you today an electrode of harmony to still the waters of the mind, the fires of the etheric body, the turbulence of the emotions, and to realign the physical elements within your own force field, so that you might equate with my own. You cannot stretch the band of consciousness beyond a certain point unless it be perfectly harmonized to the God of harmony. Therefore I place within you the electrode of harmony at the base of the threefold flame, that it might be amplified and used to magnify the glory of the great central sun within you. I am the God of harmony. I dwell in the music of the spheres. I am the cosmic concord of notes and chords and symphonies and angelic music that flows. All of this is contained within my own awareness of God. We are one because, in the first place, precious hearts, God acknowledges no difference between His own consciousness and my own, just as He acknowledges no difference between your own God consciousness and His own. Long ago, eons and eons beyond your recollection, when I was evolving the flame of God harmony, I stopped along the path one day. I stopped and was very still. And when I realized the fact that God did not differentiate between Himself and myself, I said, "Behold the alchemical key. This is the answer. Why then should I differentiate between myself and God?" I shall become one with him, congruent with his mind, and thereby I shall be all that he is. I am the divine monad aborning here and now in this place in time and space. I am limitless, above and beyond all cycles, yet inherent within them. For in the consciousness of God is the beginning and the ending, yea, the Alpha and Omega of creation. And it was as though God has spoken this mighty scientific truth through me, and yet I was speaking it simultaneously. And so, precious hearts, I come to you this day to tell you this simple truth, that all that separates you from God is your failure to acknowledge that there is no difference between yourself and him, that God is where you are. It is one thing to know this with the mind as an intellectual truth. It is another to feel it with one's whole being, to erase from one's memory the record of all deviation from this truth, to call upon the atoms and cells and molecules to shake off the patterns of a limited consciousness. But I was ready to do that, for I was ready to meet my God. And so you must be ready also. You must understand that there can be no hindrance to the expansion of the flame within the heart, just as there is no hindrance to the expansion of the flame within the great central sun. If you are to really know that God is yourself in manifestation, then there must be total freedom of movement, of light particles, of radiance, of sunbeams, of angelic hosts, of cosmic beings, right through your form, right through the hollow of your hand, the hollow between the flowing electrons. You must be able to move in the sea of light and to feel evolutions passing through and beyond you and returning. This is cosmic consciousness. And the extent of your awareness is then conditioned by your love. For love is harmony, harmony is love, and love is the core of being. With all thine understanding then, with all thine understanding, receive the cup, the potion of God's love, which I bring to you, and drink ye all of it. The electrode that I have inserted within you shall serve not only to attract the divine harmonies and to bring forth the culture of the central sun, if you will, but also to repel the discordant manifestation and that very hardness that surrounds the heart flame and keeps it imprisoned, cloistered within the rocks of the mortality consciousness. It is well that you ask that this electrode be repolarized each 10 days by the power of the great central sun magnet, thereby maintaining the alignment, the polarity of Alpha and Omega, to continue its perfect work unto your ascension. Hope is alive within the hearts of mankind this day. Hope is alive within the cells. Hope is alive, for unto you it is also possible to go through the physical ascension, the physical resurrection, as there have been 4 this year. I say to you, does not that fact give you hope, promise, expectancy, that as some have walked the earth in veils of flesh as you do, so they have begun to rise, walking as if upon a stairway of stars into the arms of the beloved presence. Precious hearts, God is no respecter of persons, of his own pure sons whom he hath made. God respects the application of his laws, and will deny to no one who correctly applies them the victory of the light, not at some future point in time and space, for in God there is no future and no past, for all is the ever-present now of the eternal cycles of manifestation. Behold, accept your victory now, not for tomorrow, not for next year, for the morrow will take care of itself. Behold, now is the day of salvation. Now the victory is at hand. Now the victory is won. Accept the immaculate conception of your wholeness, beloved hearts. Feel it rushing into your soul, and do not tarry with the consciousness of being in the state of becoming. All of the universe, after all, is in the state of becoming, of transcending itself, of becoming more of God each moment. But you must not rest your case in the veils of mortality and say, "Ah, yes, I am human today, and tomorrow I shall be divine." No, I say, today you are divine. Today you are divine beings walking the earth as cosmic electrodes from the great central sun, and each one of you is a note from the grand organ in the great central sun. Each one of you carries that note in perfect pitch, according to the electrode that carries that pitch within you. Don't you see, precious hearts, the lie of the veil that would make you procrastinate the day of your perfection? Won't you never, never, never again accept the thought that it will take time to be perfect, time to ascend, time to work the works of God, time to save the planet? Behold, this hour the planet is a-borning within the force field of my consciousness, in God's consciousness of harmony, and harmony's consciousness of God. Do you not see that the planet is pressed into the cycles of light, the mighty life waves coming forth from the central sun, and that it must resolve into the perfection of that light here and now? Angels of harmony from the sun, break the shackles of mankind's consciousness of limitation. Let it be no more. Let the fires of the great central sun burn brightly over each head, as the Paraclete descends to bless each one who has elected to be perfection now, to see perfection now, to reject all imperfection, as though it were a plague, a nightmare, an illusion. Roll back, I say, the hordes of night and darkness. Roll back, and be consumed into the scroll and put to the torch. There is no power or presence in the consciousness of evil. It cannot occupy a position in God's consciousness or in his force field. Therefore let it be no more, and let those cycles, falsely started, be arrested now by the power of the magnificent fire breath of God. I, Harmony, have declared it, and I say unto you, the earth is yours, the battle is yours, the day is unto the victor, and those who will decree as I have decreed shall have my authority until the hour when all mankind see the perfection which they already are. I charge you then, be immortal, birthless, deathless servants of the Most High God, and never for one moment forget that I, Harmony, hold you in the embrace of my heart flame, and in the cosmic cube your names are written until you choose to make them permanent or to erase them by an act of free will. Life is yours to command. Life is yours, and it shall obey. I say unto you, accept your victory. Go forward then, and be conquerors of the Most High God. For wherever you are, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And wherever God is, there is harmony and manifestation, and there is naught else. In the name of the living Christ and his legions of light bearers, I say, expand the flame, transcend the flame, purify the earth, and let the light prevail.